we want to get our cameras over to Ruatuki and televise some of those games so we can call them and we can have a feed afterwards with some of their kai moana. I want to get down there crayfishing.
Yeah. You know him better as the #1 Hurricanes fan in New Zealand.
Hurricane. Gotta get
The
it.
#1 Hurricane. What did I say?
Hurricane. Forgive me, Whānau. I
That again.
didn't mean that.
We'll go again.
But the top game here, that'll be interesting. I gave the halfback for Nongata a job at school today. So pretty excited about it. I said to her, if you score a try on the weekend, you can have a job. So she's...
Tūtawa mai runga, tūtawa mai raro, tūtawa mai I roto, tūtawa mai I waho. Kia tau ai te mauritu, te mauri ora ki te katoa, haumi e hui e, tai ki e. Tēnā koutou katoa e te whānau whutupōro, nau mai hara mai ki Bay Rugby Boil Up Podcast, episode 7 this Thursday the 25th of June. Ko pātere ki rei tōku ingoa. I'm joined here on the couch by the mighty Craig McFadyen. Kia ora, Gags.
Always good to be back, Pat. And boy, oh boy, what a weekend of footy we have had.
Oh my God.
From Friday night to Sunday afternoon. My goodness, we've had some great footy.
Top of the table clashes.
Top of the table clashes,
over the place.
comebacks, 100-point games. It's been a hang of a weekend. Really, really enjoyed every single moment of it.
And a couple of upsets too.
Couple of upsets, yeah. We'll see all of that tonight. We'll talk about all of that. But of course, the big man's not here tonight. He's not feeling 100%. So
Oh, Tim, you've got to come back.
you're supposed to sound a little bit more excited than that.
That was me being sympathetic.
Hey, I know you'll be watching at home there, Tim. So we're hoping you're feeling all right, mate. And looking forward to catching up with you next week, buddy.
Yep. Get well soon, mate.
Massive show tonight, Pat. We've got an absolute cracker tonight. So we've got, of course, we're going to break up all of last week's fixtures, have a chat about all of that stuff. A lot of highlights because, of course, we televised 4 games on the weekend. So we're going to show all of the fixtures there. Of course, we got some really good moments of the week. And boy, oh boy, there is this one try. It is just absolutely next level.
Can't wait to share that.
We've actually got a special guest tonight, which will be cool. Something a bit different. So we no 10 in the bin tonight.
No 10 in the bin.
We're going to swap that over and have a guest in, and you'll see exactly who that is soon. And many, many of you will know who that is. We're going to talk about a club legend of the week, all the way from the Pirates this week. And then we'll talk about all the upcoming fixtures and finish off with Spotlight, which has got some pretty neat things happening in there too.
Cool. But before we get anything done, we're going to do a quick shout out and a congrats. We've got 3 new All Blacks.
And 5 in the Māori All Blacks.
Yep. So here they all are here. Leroy Carter, Pasilio Tosi, Fehi Whinianganofo, our 3 All Blacks just announced the other day by Dave Rennie from his club in Fielding.
Yeah, awesome.
So Leroy, obviously out of Tauranga Sports. Pussy's out of Greerton, likewise Fehi. So congratulations to those 3 lads for their selection into the All Blacks. And of course, we got our 5 Māori All Blacks. Te Toiroa Tahu Riorangi, Bene Kumeroa, Nikora Broughton, Cole Forbes, and on debut this year, Rion Paul.
Yeah.
So really excited. Obviously, Te Toiroa and Bene from the Whakarewarewa Club. Nikora is out of Rangiuru. And Cole Forbes, mighty Pirate. I've seen him do a couple of sneaky claws playing for the Blues. And Rion Paul from the Mount Maunganui Marlins.
Also want to mention Te Toroa there, the connections to Rotoiti as well. Otherwise, I'm going to have Reece Hohepa ringing me up straight away tonight saying, "Oi, don't forget about us. Don't forget about us."
Yep. And also Bene too with his connections to Rangiuru.
Yeah. Look, from all of us here at the Bay Rugby Boil Up Podcast, congratulations. It is wonderful to see this many players that are going to that elite level that have been running around on our paddocks here in the Bay. So congratulations from all of us to you guys. We look forward to an absolutely stunning season for the All Blacks and the Māori All Blacks.
And just a bit of a shout out through our school system, Leroy, TBC.
Yep.
Pussy.
Rotorua boys. Yep.
He was a number 8 when he played there.
Yep.
I remember refereeing him way back in the day.
Yeah.
So there's a chance if you're like me and you ended up in the front row.
Te Toroa as well.
Yep.
He's another Rotorua boy.
Yep.
Yep.
So Cole Forbes,
Yep.
TBC.
Tauranga boys.
So there's plenty of local presence in the All Blacks and Māori All Blacks. So it's awesome to see. So congratulations to everybody selected, and we hope you go well and represent the Bay with plenty of heart.
Of course they will.
DDL Goodrick Contracting is proud to support the Bay Rugby Boil Up, local Gecko productions, and the communities that make Bay of Plenty Rugby special. Based in Rotorua, they combine more than 35 years of industry experience with a skilled team of over 50 local staff to deliver complex infrastructure projects with certainty.
Absolutely. From civil construction, drainage and drilling, through to subdivisions, concrete, asphalt and three waters infrastructure, they provide practical, reliable solutions from first cut right through to final completion. Of course, with extensive knowledge of the region's unique ground conditions, including geothermal terrain and the pumice soils, DDL Goodrick is trusted to deliver quality outcomes that stand the test of time.
They are committed to building strong infrastructure, supporting local communities, and backing the grassroots rugby that brings people together, as well as your place for all things Bay Rugby, the Bay Rugby Boil Up.
Always digging deep for local footy.
Oh, serious? We are going to get stuck into the next segment of the show, which is having a look and reviewing all of last week's fixtures.
Oh, well, what a weekend of footy it was. Absolutely sport for choice here.
Yeah, we're going to do this in the standard order, but we'll be jumping all over the timeline from Saturday to Sunday to Friday because, man, did we call some doozies of games.
Outstanding.
Let's go to Baywide Premier Men first and have a look at those results. Out at Maramatanga Park, Te Puke 2 strong for Te Puna 33-7 at the stadium.
Yeah, there was 12-7 at half time, so it just it showed that Te Puke just put the acid on that second half. Too hard to reel in there with the Pirates.
Yep. Greerton got the dub over Whakarewarewa 18-0, another low-scoring game up at the stadium. And then, of course, there's the game that we called...
What a game, eh?
What a crazy game.
Yeah, so that game there was an absolute highlight that the Marlins came back to take that win and to also win the Jordan Cup. First time in 4 years, I'm told, that they've got their hands on that one.
Yep. Who would have believed after 25 minutes?
Yeah, 25, 30 minutes, I thought, oh, yep, okay, now we're in for a typical Tauranga sort of clash here that they're just too big, too strong, too good around the park. But boy, oh boy.
26-0 up.
Yep, the Marlins just absolutely threw everything on in that second half. They were at next level. A couple of highlights here just to show you.
So there's the first try by Tauranga Sports here.
Yeah, the first few, Tauranga just were very good all around the park. They did everything right. Unfortunately, they just took the foot off the throttle at about the 39th minute.
Yep, that's that first try there by Toby Taylor.
Yep.
Jay McCoy getting the second one with a big stretch, giving a DCM there to his opposite number.
Yeah, but you can see there 19-0, and they were just absolutely doing everything right, Tauranga. And this is where they got to. And just before the half, Mount were able to get on the scoreboard. Just some of the big boys just doing their thing. And then just really, really good hands. So bundle their way over.
It would have been an interesting outcome if that try hadn't have gone ahead. Because
yeah, we talked about it on the call, the importance of getting a try or points before and after the break. And that's exactly what the Mount did here.
Yeah, because this is 7 minutes into the second half, right? And Case Colossus scoring in that right-hand corner.
Yeah. And that was really it for the Mount. They got their noses in front here. You can see that they were down 2 men, silly penalties underneath the posts.
Yep.
Great defence on their own goal line, and I think going down to 13 men actually gave them the kick up the bum that they needed. And they were just playing league and playing rugby and all sorts here. They were just chipping it in behind the defence, and they just couldn't do anything wrong, the Marlins.
And then you can see here the high tackle.
Yep, 86 minutes.
Yep.
So they were 6 minutes into referee's time, and they were able to tap that one over. Jordan Cup winners and a bunch of happy Marlins.
Because you remember the game in the round one, it was the other way around. Tauranga Sports went to Blake Park. Yep. It's a game that Braden Stowers probably remembers for all the wrong reasons. Yeah,
well, let's not talk about that because I think he spent the first round trying to forget that brain fart.
But here you can see here Redmond, Spicer, Colossia, Wiki Quest with the tries. Parkinson, Curtis, a conversion each. Parkinson also kicked a penalty goal. And then 26 points in 26 minutes for Tauranga Sports. Taylor, Chapman, Santon and Allen got tries. Santon kicked 3 from 4. And that's the final score.
Yeah, that went home fizzing after watching that game and calling that game. Marlins just were not going to give that one up at all. They wanted that one.
Let's take a look at the table. Hey, I got that one right. 7 episodes.
7
now.
episodes in,
I've
and we
finally figured out
it.
the order of our
Yeah,
slots.
not over yet though.
No. So Tauranga Sports and Mount Maunganui, top of the table.
Yep.
That gap's closed. Greerton, Te Puke Pirates on 3rd and 4th, with the rest rounding out.
Yeah,
the
you can
8th.
sort of see the top 4 there already sort of found its spot. Greerton, Te Puke potentially there, just having the opportunity to maybe get the Pirates up into 3rd. But
Excuse me.
it's all pretty much written in concrete now.
Yeah, it's just the order basically.
Just for who's going to be 1, 2, 3, or 4.
Yep. Let's head over to Baywide Development Men. That Tupuna development team, they're starting to hit their straps. 24-15 over Te Puke Sports. Greerton 37 over Whakarewarewa 29.
Yep, and Simon Cade there at the Greerton Marist boys, he got his 50th cap and played in that one. So well done to him.
And then the development game that we covered.
111.
Yeah, I was just
You trying to do the math?
I was trying to do the math. I knew it was something around the hundreds because there's a 6 and a 4.
Yeah, 111 point game and fantastic defence, but just next level tries from all over the park. Big boys doing what they do best. Boys out wide doing what they do with the speed. It was just such a cool game to watch. If you're just getting into Bay Rugby, what an awesome game to put your hands on there.
And if you've got a membership, go back and watch the highlights package there.
Yeah.
It's just crazy.
Outstanding.
Let's have a look at some of the scoring. Scoring.
Well, this one wasn't actually a scoring opportunity. You see the props out there able to work like the backs are. Beautiful draw and pass. Watch the number 14 come across in defence.
Oi!
And that's sort of what I mean by great defence.
Yep.
That there was some brilliant tries, obviously 111 points. But watch the hands here.
Oh, great.
Bang,
little
picks it
out
up
pass.
by his toes.
Yep.
Great try.
There's a few great tries in this
Yeah,
game.
a great pass. But they were able to counter on this one. Just go straight over the top. That's Reichardt.
Yep.
Yeah, he knows his way to the try line, that guy. Yeah, some just really good quality footy from both teams. We talk about these guys being the feeder clubs or the feeder teams for the Premier boys. They put their hand up and showed that they are ready for that Premier grade.
There's some good phase of play here. Have a look at this. Toby Arnold comes on the field. This is his first touch. Slices through the gap.
Yeah.
Draws and passes. Those 200 odd experience games for Toulon.
He ended up dotting down twice in this game, Toby Arnold. He was awesome. Made a big difference when he came on too, actually.
Maybe they should play him earlier in the game.
Watch this. I thought he'd stuff this try up. He'd just give that inside ball and he would have been under the post, but he ended up flicking it out the back door. Yep, and he managed to set up the try there too, so I'm glad he got over.
I think this is Toby Arnold's try, isn't it?
Yeah. This is where
Yeah.
He gives the
pass
pass
through that gap.
and he's just in under the posts.
Yeah.
Yeah, but as I say, having superstars coming back into your team makes it a whole lot more fun for everyone. Exciting
more
stuff.
tries.
Yep. Well, 11 points. There was plenty of highlights.
Oh, that's his second.
Yeah. So look, a fantastic game there. To get that many tries in one 80-minute performance, I thought was just good fun. Really good fun.
Lots of tries by all of them.
Yeah. You may be having a look there at Justin Falcon, and we didn't see that one in the highlights.
Yeah,
Don't worry,
don't
team.
worry.
We will see that one very,
shortly.
very soon. There was something special.
Let's take a look at the development table. 46 points, Tauranga Sports on top. But then we've got 31, 31, 31. So Tupuna and Greerton, second and third, with a game in hand.
Yep, Greerton Marist there. They had a player who's on 49 games, has been for the last 21 years. And
Crikey.
yep, and he got the call up from the coach on Saturday morning. Coach said, I need somebody to sit on the bench for the DVLs. And Lee Porter is his name. And he put his hand up and said, Coach, I got my boots in the car. So we went and grabbed them, sat on the bench, got a run, got his blazer. Got his 50th.
And then, of course, Te Puke, Whakarewarewa and Opotiki round out the 7. Excuse me. We're heading over to Baywide Premier Women. Rangatawa got the W over Ruatoki at Tiwi Black Park 22-19. And then the game that we covered, this is the icing on the cake for our 4 matches from the weekend, was this game here, Nongataha over the Marlins at Sir Gordon Titchens Field. Nongataha got the W 17-10.
Yeah.
What was an absolute cracking game of rugby.
Really, really well played, exceptionally well coached.
Yes.
We discussed that after the game, how Nongataha, they'd isolated and pinpointed a couple of superstars within that Marlins squad, and they quietened them down and did everything they could to sort of nullify a couple of those absolute superstars.
Yeah, Georgia Broughton and
Coyote Hipuku was another one.
very
I mean,
quiet.
she still scored a try, but she's always going to, let's be honest. But, she was relatively quiet for what we've seen throughout the course of the season. And I think that's just good coaching. I think that was Jodie Wharekuta just potentially having a look at the tape that we've been...
Footage.
Yeah.
The other thing that they did very well was shut down their prime attacking weapon, which was their lineup.
Yeah, absolutely. He's putting Manaya Wharekuta up,
chucking her in
right at the front every single time, and she just put pressure on them. And I think the Mount probably left 2 tries out there in the first half, just off line-out, just off their line-out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's take a look at some of those highlights for you now. And you can see here they take a quick tap off that very first penalty.
Yep.
And that just set the standard for the rest of the game. I thought Nongataha's, the way in which they applied pressure at critical times of the game to make the Marlins make mistakes was very good. And again, it's probably a coaching thing, right?
Yeah, the back 3 were really sharp. That's Paul here with her hands on the ball. But wingers and even the centre, this one here, they were really, really good, really quick, hard to stop. Watch, she gets cut down here. That was fantastic defence, but she gets up and goes again. Yeah. Gets a double. But then, of course, the Marlins never say die. The Marlins were always going to fight back into this one. And
if you calm down, calm down.
Ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? There she is, Sophie Fisher. Ali Fleet there trying to make the stop there, but you're not going to stop Sophie Fisher.
I thought you were going to
that close
pop
to the
a
line.
blood vessel on Sunday.
You're the president of the Sophie Fisher fan club. Yeah. So Superstar 1 over the line. Superstar 2 here. She makes this one look a little bit easy, but actually takes over 3 defenders. Yeah. So this was it really, and we were wondering where this game's going to go, and then this breakaway set something up for Nongataha. And then they were clever enough just to play shutdown rugby for the final couple of minutes.
This was well done here by this new girl. She coming on the edge, draw and pass.
I thought she'd butchered that.
Great
Everybody else
pass.
stopped. Everybody else stopped.
Yeah.
And Nongataha just managed to think, no, the whistle isn't gone. We're going to carry on here. And that was the winning of it.
And that was the end of the game.
Yeah, you can see how happy they were there as well. Wonderful.
So, Emmanuel Rogers got 2 tries. Parata Kingi that we just saw cap that game off at the end. She also kicked a conversion. 2 unconverted tries to Fisher and Puku for the Marlins. Let's take a look at their table. So Nongataha out stretches their lead, 23 at the top of the table. Marlins with a game in hand on 19. So mathematically they can still jump over the top. Ruatoki and Rangatawa are battling it out for 3rd and 4th, and Purupuru round out.
So I've been chatting to one of the players of the Ruatoki team over the last couple of weeks, and she's just been giving me a bit of an insight to what's been happening at Ruatoki throughout the course of the season, and we've actually got a video to show a little bit later on in the podcast. But there was a couple of things that I've jotted down here just to make mention of the difference between our women and men's games and how it all pans out and how amazing things are happening in our clubs like Ruatoki. She said to me the other day they've got a bunch of players out to injury, which is no surprise, but also a bunch of players out to pregnancy. Not something that we have to deal with in the men's game too often.
No.
Wednesday before the win over Nongataha was the first time they've had a full squad at training. So players are just busy with lives, and that was the first time that they managed to get all their squad together, and then they went on to beat Nongataha, not last week and the weekend before. But this was the coolest part for me. She told me that the favourite part of the club is when everyone gets together, gather kai. Some of them go for a dive, get some seafood. Some of them go into the bush, get some venison for all their manuhiri. And sometimes the players are actually still in the kitchen peeling potatoes while the opposition are out there warming up, getting their boots on and things like that. The ladies are in the kitchen peeling potatoes before running out to play 80 minutes of footy. So, look, that is just grassroots rugby at its finest. And as I say, video there to show you shortly. But to the team at Ruatoki, keep doing what you're doing. We want to get our cameras over to Ruatuki and televise some of those games so we can call them and we can have a feed afterwards with some of their kai, the kai moana. I want to get down there crayfishing.
Yeah.
So look, I just hats off to everybody at Ruatuki that's making things happen down there. Really, really cool.
Just on that pregnancy issue, a mate of mine, John Mitchell, coaches...
Pregnant?
Yeah. It's really tough sometimes getting good help. So Mitch coaches the England women's rugby team, right?
Yep.
And he just made the comment the other day, he's had to go, I think, 7 deep to get a lock because he's got 4 girls out pregnant, but they're all in the same position.
Yeah.
So, you know...
Something in the water.
Yeah. And it's also in the water at Purupuru as well.
Yeah, we had that that discussion before. Yeah, but anywho, very, very interesting table, top 4 there. Sort of anyone could get that number 1 spot, really.
Pretty much.
Yep.
All right, let's jump over to the championship. We had semi-finals on the weekend. A little bit of an upset.
Yeah.
So Puna travelled out to Oporiki and then basically...
That was a third beat second, is that right?
Yep. And TVC were too strong for Arataki winning 42 points to 14.
Yep.
And then, of course, 5th versus 6th, Te Puke Sports got the W over Greerton. So we'll talk about the Baywide Women's Championship final, which is coming up in the preview section.
To put her in the final for the 3rd time.
Yep. Baywide Colts, Tauranga too strong for Taupō 54-5, and Greerton too strong for... Pirates too strong for Greerton 50-0. Let's have a look at their table.
Some high scoring games there in that campaign.
Yeah.
Every week in, week out, they're high scoring games.
Tauranga still out in front. Mount Maunganui, Te Puke, Greerton and Taupō. Remembering, of course, there's no semis. She's a straight top 2 final.
Yep.
Righto, this is the game I've been wanting to talk about ever since we finished shooting it on Friday night.
Yeah.
Eastern Bay Premier Men. We'll talk about those 2 games first. Ruatuki's too strong for Purupuru 40-19. And TVC were too strong for Tāne Atua 24 points to 17. But on Friday night, Gargs and I had the pleasure, the privilege.
What a cool event that was. Under lights at Whakatane, at Rugby Park in Whakatane. What an absolute spectacle. Great turnout of supporters there for both teams.
Yep.
And boy, oh boy, did these boys get into it.
And look at that score there, 19-18.
Yeah.
And it was...
That was the comeback too. It could have gone either way.
Yeah. Let's have a look at some of the highlights from that game, and we'll talk about some of the memories, because there are some great ones. Yeah,
this one here is just clever stuff. Watch the halfback here, gets his hands on ball, penalty advantage, quick tap.
Takes the tap.
And then there's Rhino Chisholm. He just puts his head straight down. Over you go, dragging 2 players with him.
He's my player of the day that day.
Got a double.
Yep.
So that's another one here to even things up. And it was just
he pulps his pass here. That's your man Rhino. And then gets around the outside.
Gets around supports.
To take the pass.
Yeah. Man,
corner.
Skillful, but physical as well. Some of the hits in this game were absolutely next level.
This is a try for my liking. You watch this return kick.
Chips it himself.
Chases it himself.
Gathers it himself. And scores himself. He didn't even practice that. That was good. Yeah, that is just class. You know, that is good, skillful footy. And Whakatane not ever giving up here.
No.
Later on in the game.
They dot this try down.
Just walks over.
Yeah. And then
we were thinking, that's probably full time there. Watch number 16, reserve hooker. Yep, reserve hooker. Watch the defense coming across in the starting 15 jersey.
Can't catch him.
Out and out speed race there. And it all came down to the kick.
Yeah.
But in the end, Te Teko taking that one out, 19-18.
19-18. What an amazing game that was.
Absolute cracker. We've got to get cameras over to Eastern Bay plenty more often. We've got to do more under lights, because what a spectacle that was.
It was indeed. So Chisholm got 2 tries. Weehoppy got the 3rd, and cause the two conversions. Utalia, Gabrielli, and Yambaki scored the 3 tries for Marist, and Tapo kicked 1 penalty goal. Heading to Eastern Base. Oh, sorry.
So
Table.
close. You were so close.
So close. It'll take me all season. All right. Te Teko out on front. Pāroa, Whakatane Marist, Rua, Tuki, TVC still in with a shot at stealing fourth spot. Poroporo and Tane Atua round out the table. Senior reserves. Edgecombe 34, Te Teko 10. Waimana big win over Matata 72 points to 12.
I don't know how they've got my phone number, but every time Waimana has a big win,
Somebody
I get a text saying Waimana strong. I have no idea who's texting me. I just get a text that says Waimana strong every time they have a good win. So.
The fact that I'm sharing your phone number on my social media post is probably contributing to that. Let's have a look at the Eastern Bay Senior Reserves table. Edgecombe way out in front. Waimana, Te Teko, Pāroa, Matata and Poroporo. And we need Tim back to explain how that all works in the series.
Don't worry about that next week when the brains come back.
Yep. Western Bay Senior Local. Oh.
Central Bay.
Hey, mine's out of order.
That's all right. Well, I can carry on then. So we've got a huge round in the Central Bay. That was an absolute cracker. So Rotaiti, I want to talk to you a few bits about Rotaiti there. So we know last week they had that loss. They went up against Eastern Pirates, and then their first loss to Eastern Pirates in 32 years. It's just because the teams haven't been in the same comp, but first loss in 32 years. They all got to training. The first full week of training with a full squad, Tuesday, Thursday, and they were not going to get it happen twice. Yeah. And the switch has been flicked, and those Rotaiti boys are absolutely humming. I got a text there from Matua Reese who said, Murupara just caught us on our day. And that's exactly what it was. Not taking anything away from Murupara. They've had a stellar season. But Rotaiti just chucked everything on 49-0 at halftime.
Wow. And
just carried on the pressure there. And that's just fantastic to see. So really, really happy that Rotaiti has actually had that loss, given them a bit of a wake-up. All the boys down at training. And now they're absolutely cracking it. I'm a little bit sad that Rotaiti have got Marist this week coming, just when they've hit their straps. We could have waited till after that one, Reese, but maybe. But yet, Nongata too strong over EP. Really happy to see my Marist boys get up. So,
we had a bet on that.
So I'll take that one.
You can take that
one's
one.
coming back my way.
I think that might be 2 apiece.
2 apiece now. Yeah, it's a nail biter.
Yeah.
And then the farmers getting up over the tricolours at the paddock.
Go my local dairy farmers. Kia kaha.
Yeah, good win.
Let's have a look at their table now. And Nongataha way out in front. Otoiti. Marist St Michael's, Waikita, Murupara, Kahu, and then Repro and Eastern Pirates.
Starting to spread just a little bit, you can see there.
Yep.
Only a few rounds to go. I think it's 3 rounds to go for these guys. And then we'll hit semis and stuff like that. So potentially we're seeing the top 4 sort of stake their claim. Definitely Nongataha there. They'll be looking for top spot.
Yep. Righto, let's jump over to Tauranga and the Western Bay. Arataki too strong for Rangiuru 12-10. This is our upset of the week, don't you think?
Yep.
Eastern Districts 25, beating Katikati for the first time this year, 24.
Yep.
And Rangatawa too strong for Papamoa, 60 points to 0.
Yeah, as you say, that's Katikati's first loss. So the Stags will bounce back, I'm sure of it this week, and they'll go really well. But maybe just another little eye opener for them.
Yep. When everybody's fallible on the day.
Absolutely,
Right, let's have a look at the table. There you can see Katikati and Rangatawa have still got that little asterisk from that match that they haven't played amongst themselves. Arataki in 3rd, Rangiuru 4th, Eastern Districts, Papamoa and Judea round out the top 7. Okay, let's have a look at our moment of the week.
Top try that I've seen in a very, very long time. Keep an eye here on Justin Falcon, the winger for the Marlins. Goes up high, regains the ball.
1, 2.
Breaks a couple there.
3.
Another one. Straight through the middle
4,
of these
5,
2.
6.
Drag him over. Try.
Wow.
That is next level, and boy, oh boy, teams need to be watching out for him, because he's actually, all season long, he's been scoring tries like this, but this was just crazy. To beat, pretty much ran through the entire Tauranga sports team.
Yep.
So that's our moment of the week. Well done, Justin. Absolute
well done,
superstar,
Justin.
mate. Really, really impressive.
The Pat moment of the week. Well, we didn't name it after me in episode 1.
Yeah, this is true. This is true.
Okay, we're going to have a look at some schools.
High school footy.
I
thought you were going to zoom past that. But
No.
We're our newest segment.
Yep.
We've got to talk about these high school players because boy, oh boy, there's some talent coming through our schools all around the Bay.
Do you want to touch on Super 8 first?
Yep, we've got a couple of results there in the Super 8. So Tauranga boys went up against Napier on the weekend, and Napier look sharp this year. They're going to be, they're currently sitting on top of the table. They haven't played Hamilton or Rotorua yet, but they got up over a pretty good win over the Tauranga boys team in the first 15. And Rotorua boys had a draw against Hamilton. So that's going to throw a spanner in the works of that whole table. Really sad to see Te Ariki Rogers went off there injured. So all the best, Te Ariki. I hope you're on the mend there, mate, and are feeling better. He's an inspirational captain, and I wonder if he could have just been an extra point or so to break that draw. Having him on the field is crucial for those guys. So, Rotorua managed to hang on to the Moaska for another week. But,
Oh, in the draw, of course.
It goes every week. It's bloody hard to hang on to stuff like that. But Rotorua doing well. Tauranga, I'm sure, will bounce back. They're away this weekend, so I'm sure they'll bounce back. But we've got plenty of other good games that are happening throughout the high school level.
Yep.
Not just Super 8. There's some really, really good stuff that's happening there too.
Well, let's have a look at the first of our Bill Hill Cup. So these were semi-finals.
This is the semi-final stuff. Yep.
So Rotorua boys thirds got up over Whakatane High. That was 1v4, I think.
Yeah, that was 1v4, and then Western Heights High School got up over the Mount here. So it's a final between Rotorua thirds and Western Heights, which will be really good. I remember though when Boys High and Western Heights played each other sort of pre-1997, that would just stop the whole city. We'd have 3 or 4 deep standing room only around those fields. It was just an absolute pleasure to watch that footy. So it's nice to see 2 Rotorua teams like that, and they'll go to battle this weekend and see if we can get a result there.
And there's not a love lost between those two schools either on the footy field.
And
I've refereed that game.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Well, speaking
at Western Heights.
Yeah. Speaking of you refereeing, you may or may not know Pat donned the boots on Saturday, and he ran the whistle for the Rotorua versus Hamilton under 15 elites clash. So some of the fastest 14, 15-year-old boys you'll find. And to his credit, Koro kept up with them. And he did a bloody good job. So well done, Pat. We appreciate you still running around doing that.
I think you're stretching the keeping up. But let's just say I stayed in line.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
not quite the same. But, thoroughly enjoyed the gallop around.
Yeah.
2 extremely talented teams, though.
I tell you.
Wow.
Yeah. Pat came to see me before the game and goes, "Gags, I didn't know this was top of the table clash. I wouldn't have appointed myself for this one if I knew that." So
top of the table clash, and I went down to the final. The winning try was scored.
Reed Chung got over in the last minute for Rotorua boys. Yeah. Really, really cool game.
What a game. Okay, then we're going to roll into the Bruce White first 15 competition. Portaki, 64. I don't know that logo.
That there is Papamoa in the orange and black. Yep.
Don't know any of that. Oh, Barbarians.
That's the Barbarians versus Taupo Nui Aotea, that second one. Tauranga boys, third 15 there up against Trident. And then Te Taumata, the combined team against Te Puke High School there as well. So
this is a test of how well do you know your school logos, and clearly I didn't go to high school here.
So you see the Te Puke High School boys there going down to Te Taumata, but I do want to make mention of the Te Puke senior girls who won the Bay of Plenty Senior Girls tennis-side competition on the weekend. Man, these are elite young ladies that got out there. They had an 83-0 win over Papamoa, and they had a 51-5 win over Trident in the final.
Tennis side, right?
Tennis side footy. Yep.
11 in the squad.
Oh, really? They ran one reserve.
One reserve. There's only 11 of them. Chris Falwas was their coach.
Holy.
Yeah.
And they were able to post points, scores like that.
Yeah. It's
next level. So congratulations to Puke Senior Girls for the Tennis Side Bay competition. That's brilliant stuff.
Awesome stuff. Okay, here's the Bruce White table for now. Papamoa College with Tauranga Boys and Te Taumata and Taupo, all with their 1 win, which puts them on top. And then the other 4 schools, Barbarians, Te Puke, Trident and Portaki, round out the 8.
Before we rush on into the next segment, Of course, we had Golden Oldies footy on the weekend too. My favourite footy. It's because the only footy that I can keep up with these days.
But thankfully we were working, so you couldn't play.
I did get the call up. I was like, well, I could probably be captain of the Marist Saints President's team. But no, I had to call in sick for that one, thankfully. But the Marist Presidents went out to Bluff Club and played Bluff Club on the weekend. Don't know the score. Great time, had by all.
Any controversy warming up?
Oh, no, I think everybody had brown water bottles. So, no controversy in this one. But really, really cool. They play every year for the Jug Gallagher Trophy. And you'll see a photo of the Jug Gallagher Trophy there. And that's Todd Canning looking after that one. So Marist St. Michael's win that one for another year. They'll chuck it on the line and go again next year.
Awesome. Don't forget, if you've got Golden Oldies teams that have got games, flick Gargs or I a text. We love to talk about all footy, right?
Absolutely. Golden Oldies footy is such good footy. It's just good fun.
So let us know date, time and place. And you never know, one of us might.
Oh, send us through some footage. Hey,
why
not chuck it up there?
Footage.
And the Potbellies, the Mutineers, those teams, the All Stars, the Kumaras, Kahu Kumara. They chuck that footage up there and get that out there because these old buggers still got a few tricks in them.
Yeah, and if we can keep them involved with their clubs, they might end up being on the committee or coaching or managing.
Absolutely right.
So.
Yeah.
Righto whānau, we've got a very special guest in the studio with us today. You know him as the #1 Hurricanes fan in New Zealand. I know him as former Bay of Plenty rugby referee, a staunch Nongataha supporter from way, way back. He lives here in Nongataha, owns a traffic management business. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the Bay Rugby Boil Up podcast, Dangerous Dave Towie. Dave, welcome to the show, my friend. It is great to have you here.
Oh, thank you, guys. Thank you for having me on. Awesome. First podcast. Never done one before. But let's get started.
Our pleasure, mate. And in fact, our privilege to have the #1 Hurricane supporter on here.
100%.
Mate, you've had a lot of footy the last weekend, with the win in Wellington there for your Hurricanes boys, and then travelling down to Christchurch to watch the Warriors top over the Cowboys there. Tell us about the weekend, mate. Which atmosphere, which crowd was better?
Look, Hurricanes was, come on. It was just unbelievable.
Sadly to say for us.
A couple of Chiefs supporters sitting on that couch here. So.
Well, that's not your fella's fault, is it?
Yeah, absolutely right. Yeah. And the Waz support was pretty awesome down there. Looked like a good game.
Oh, mate, the Waz, their nation is incredible. Yeah. I'm a staunch Waz fan. My nephew's Dallin. Dallin's my nephew. His mum's my first cousin.
Right, awesome.
I had no choice to go. I went to the double header in Brumbies when we lost against the Brumbies, the Hurricanes. It was a double header, Cocos 300. Yeah. And that was marvellous over in Brumbies country, over ACT. Yeah. That's where I got the Dangerous Dave from. So I'm going to give me myself that mantle.
Tell us the story behind Dangerous Dave. Where did that come from?
We need to talk that up, right?
Yeah.
Honestly. I was walking on, and as I am a proud supporter of the Hurricanes, Hurricanes are hard out. I was hard out. And I didn't know him at the time, but this big, bald-head blooming Australian come up the stairs, and he goes, "Hey, mate, how's it going?" And I mean, "Hey, mate, how's it?" And he goes, "Who's gonna win?" And I went, "Hurricanes, of course. By what?" And I says, 30 points tonight. He's got a podcast about it, honestly. It's just it's incredible. Sean Mahoney's his name. He stands for...
that bugger. Yeah.
He stands for... And he goes, "You want a bet?" And I went, "How much you got?" And he goes, "Oh, no, mate, you enjoy the game anyway." I was at one end. I always try and sit right near that try line. Yeah. You know me, Pat. My referee ability.
Right on the front row, right?
I want to sit as close as possible to help my team. If I can yell out the call, if it's a bad one, I'm going to say it's a bad one. I'm always good to refs. You know that, Pat. But I want to sit right there so the AR can hear. And as soon as I hear, I see his, he's right. Yeah. And so I just want to be that little 16th man, you know what I mean?
Good on you, man.
And that's what happened. Sean saw me. He sent the comments man down to come and hunt me down, because second half I went to the other side of the field. Yeah, bring my boys down, let them know I'm here. And he sent him down. He goes, "Hey, yeah, mate, how's it going?" I don't even know this man. You know?
Yeah.
I love him now. I love you, Sean. Hey, but you know, he comes down and goes, "Oh, what's your name?" And I just says, "Look, my name's David Towie. If you say it like the tow truck driver, the Towie, you'll hit it right on the nail."
Nice.
So yeah, he just went on the screen, and at the end, it just blew up from there. He goes, "That's dangerous, David Towie, out of Rotorua." And I'm like, holy heck, it was amazing. I wanted to say Noa Taha, but I didn't know how to get them to say Noa Taha.
Well, there you go.
That's how it happened.
And it's just stuck.
It's stuck.
Just stuck, yeah.
It's stuck.
So obviously your connections to Nongi, you're a fierce Nongataha supporter, and you've got connections through the club. Tell us about that and your whānau connections with the Nongi boys.
Mate, their maunga's our maunga.
Yeah.
Towie Street
Yeah.
is in Noataha.
Yeah.
You know, that's my whakapapa. I know, first of all, I just want to do a big mihi to our Chiefs whānau, especially the ones here. You know, I'm the worst loser that you can ever find.
I think he switched the channels about half time.
I'm pretty much done and dusted by half time, mate. I joined a bed.
Yeah.
I'm a sore loser, not a bad loser.
Yeah.
I'm a very sore loser, whānau. But I'm even worse winner over the years. But our Chiefs didn't deserve to be beaten like that.
Nah.
Yeah.
They
Not after
didn't.
the season that they'd had.
They didn't deserve that. Their fans didn't deserve that.
Yeah.
As much as I was pumping it through the game, I needed my team to win.
Yeah.
Hey, the W.
Yeah.
That's all that I needed. That's all that our Hurricanes, iwi, needed. And we got it. But at the end of the game, I walked into McDonald's. I saw Haki, I forgot his last name, but the one that wears the chief, he dressed up like the chief.
Yeah.
I've got him on, my son, Wuramu, he takes care of my page. I'm not on socials. he got me on bloody socials. So I'm now on socials. I'm doing it for him. That's what he wants. Gets me close to my boy, and we can go. We can go to whatever he wants. Yeah. And honestly, it's blowing up.
Yeah.
I never thought. I just go out there and be me, Pat. You know me.
Yeah.
I've been that way for years. My Noataha whānau, they know me. If I can help them out on their sideline, I'm not as a ref. No way. I'm not one night like he said. No way. No way. They'll tell you as well. I'm probably harder on them. Yeah. As you know, we're probably harder on our own than we are on,
On everybody else. Yeah, absolutely right.
So we're just switching back to our local club rugby. Have you been watching much Bay of Plenty club rugby this season?
Look, Pat, I haven't been able to. My boys, Dave Mal, he's over with the Mangakino Hawks. Go the Mangakino Hawks! That's where I'm coming on Saturday. And Wuramu's playing with the Chiefs, bro, Noataha Chiefs. Yeah. It's a shame that I'm having to share my time. Me and Mum, we have to share our time between our boys, which is the biggest shame. But no, I haven't followed it much. I have been keeping my ear in the hole with our nephews and that around with the club. We're still very close to the club. But no, look, I've missed out on them because I've followed our Canes.
Yeah.
And it's really been hard we've had to watch it on the live feeds,
Yeah. Well, they're having an awesome season. Like the senior men's at top of the table. They're awesome.
Noataha top of the table.
Women just had the top of the table.
Just had top of the table clash. Beat the Mount on the weekend. We're going to talk about that later on in the show.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Yeah, so Noataha's...
Go NGO!
Yeah.
NGO!
Yeah,
anyway, Bo.
Noataha's ticking along quite nicely.
Awesome to hear.
Yeah, look, so we obviously know there's a big history there with the Hurricanes. Tell us the Hurricane story.
Wow. Obviously, you all heard it. I lived in Otautahi from 2000 to 2003, just prior to when I came home. I came home August 2003. I mean home as in whakapapa, but I grew up in Nainai.
Yeah. Right. Okay.
I'm a born and bred Nainai boy.
Yep.
So that's where I grew up, done my first 30 years. Went to Otautahi to Formahi, took my whānau down there, and then came home in 2003. 2001, hey, followed them all down. Went to the Brumbies final against the Crusaders in 2001 in my Hurricanes jersey. Took my kids and they're going, Dad, well, why are we going to that jersey? Why are we going to this game? And I went, hey, Super Rugby, hey, Rugby's the winner.
Yep.
I hate to say it, but it is.
Yep.
It's the winner.
No,
It's the thing that brings us all together. We might be hard out living
course.
against each other
For
on
80
the
minutes,
day
yeah.
for 80 minutes, but after it, man, we got to mihi each other.
Yeah, of course.
You know? So, went to the 2001 game when the Crusaders got smashed. I think it was like 49-21. I can't remember the exact score, but we had the great ones, and I made up the song. I love Bob Dylan. You know, I love the story of the hurricane, you know, Dent out Washington.
Yes.
So I just made it up. And that's where it is. That's where the tune pretty much comes from. I wish I could sound a bit more like Bob Dylan. So that's what I did.
Yeah.
And I've sung it since.
Yeah.
Since then.
Well, I'm not going to, don't want to put you on the spot, but I am. I am. I'm going to get
Down
you
the barrel
down
of
the
the
barrel
camera.
of the song. You get your one opportunity. You can sing it to the audience.
Wow, really?
Yeah, we're chucking you under the bus,
Oh,
Dave.
man.
But that's because I know you'll do a fantastic job.
Oh, gosh, my wife's going to be so embarrassed.
Hey, both of our partners and wives, they're
They don't
embarrassed.
even
for
watch
us.
anymore.
They don't even watch.
Oh, well. Anyway, Whānau, let me tell you the story of the Hurricanes. We went to Jade and we put them to shame. We had Tana Umanga and Ma'anonu, Christian Cullen and the great Tūralamu. And I've been singing that part ever since that slaughter.
You are an absolute legend.
Superstar. Yeah.
You are a legend.
Hey, look, Dangerous
Fantastic
Dave,
story.
thank you for coming and joining us on the couch tonight. I really do appreciate that time. Next time you're on, bring DWZ. You can chuck him on there. Bring the Neff and chuck him on there as well. But it's an absolute privilege to have you here. Join us on the Bay Rugby Boil-Up.
Mate, it's an absolute privilege to be here. Thank you so much for being my first ever podcast. And if I can bring the Neff, I'll do my best.
Yeah,
I'll tell you what, though, having him on the show, our views should get into the hundreds now.
Hundreds of thousands.
No, hundreds.
You've just tripled our viewership.
Tripping our viewership. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that has been the best 10 minutes of the season so far, having Dangerous Dave Towie on the show. We'll take a short break and we'll be right back after this. DDL Goodrick Contracting is proud to support the Bay Rugby Boil-Up, local Gecko productions, and the communities that make Bay of Plenty Rugby special. Based in Rotorua, they combine more than 35 years of industry experience with a skilled team of over 50 local staff to deliver complex infrastructure projects with certainty.
Absolutely. From civil construction, drainage and drilling, through to subdivisions, concrete, asphalt and three waters infrastructure, they provide practical, reliable solutions from first cut right through to final completion. Of course, with extensive knowledge of the region's unique ground conditions, including geothermal terrain and the pumice soils, DDL Goodrick is trusted to deliver quality outcomes that stand the test of time.
They are committed to building strong infrastructure, supporting local communities, and backing the grassroots rugby that brings people together, as well as your place for all things Bay Rugby, the Bay Rugby Boil-Up.
Always digging deep for local footy.
Oh, serious? Okay, we're going to move on to the next segment, which is Club Legend of the Week. It's one of my favourite segments of the show,
Yep.
and we have another amazing legend that we are going to showcase. So, Gargs, over to you.
Of course, this was the National Volunteers Week, and we wanted to acknowledge every volunteer out there that gets in there and makes footy happen for us in all of our clubs, whether you're behind the bar, behind the kitchen, and or running the flags down the sideline, whatever it is that you do to volunteer
Taking
your time.
photographs, running
Just-
your social media
Yeah,
channels.
all of that stuff, all those newer stuff,
Yeah.
more modern stuff. But it's just absolutely wonderful to see. We just couldn't do it without them. So we appreciate all our volunteers. But this week's Legend of the Week, we head to Te Puke Sports, and a man known around the club as Mr. Statman or Flexi, or of course Ross Flexman. Now, every rugby club has someone who knows a bit about club history. Ross knows everything. If you need to know who scored a try in a Premier game 15 years ago, ask Ross. You want to know when Te Puke last won a championship, who coached the side, who captained the side, what the weather was doing, or what they ate at the aftermatch, ask Ross. For more than 3 decades, Ross has been one of the driving forces behind Te Puke Rugby. Since first coaching and managing JAB teams in 1990, he dedicated countless hours to the club, helping shape generations of players and administrators. His longest and most recognised role has been with the Premier team. After serving as assistant and co-manager through the 1990s, Rob stepped up in the manager's role in 2003, and he held it for nearly 2 decades, helping create a professional, successful environment for all of Te Puke's Premier players. But Ross's contribution goes far, far beyond that team. He served on club committees, he's been vice president, he's managed 7-a-side teams, he's coordinated fundraising events, he's acted as a trustee, overseen registrations, represented the club at every single level of the game, and become one of the most respected rugby admins in the whole Bay. His service hasn't just been recognised by Te Puke Sports though. He was awarded life membership of the Western Bay of Plenty sub-union in 2014. He became patron in 2020 and has spent more than 25 years representing grassroots rugby in the Bay of Plenty Rugby Union. In 2020, Te Puke Sports fittingly awarded Ross life membership, recognising his 30 years of service to their club. And if that wasn't enough, Ross is currently writing a book about the history of Te Puke Sports, ensuring that the stories, the people and memories of the club are preserved for generations to come. People like Ross, they don't do it for the recognition. They do it because they love their club, they love their community, and they love footy. The scoreboards, the trophies, the championships are all important, but clubs are built on people exactly like Ross Flexman, volunteers who turn up year after year, making sure that the jersey means something. So from everyone here at the Bay Rugby Boil Up, congratulations to Puke's very own Mr. Statman, Ross Flexman, a very well-deserved Legend of the Week.
Well done. Congratulations, Ross. It's been amazing to recognise you on this show. Okay, coming up, we start previewing Saturday's games. And first we are going to... we're going to start with first 15.
Yep.
So let's have a look at the upcoming games for the Bruce Smith first 15. If we can roll the slide. There we go. Right. I know those two.
Barbars and Papamore.
Barbars and Papamore.
Good man.
Yep. Tauranga Boys, just about said Tauranga Sports then. Tauranga Boys College and Oporiki College. Te Puke High versus...
Mount Maunganui.
Thank you very much. And Te Taumata and...
Trident.
By the end of this show, I'll know all of these.
Yeah. Well, I know a lot of these because I just enjoy high school footy so much. You know, I have fond memories of doing it myself, and these guys are our next generation. You know, you might have stumbled on Tauranga Boys or Tauranga Sports, but that's what it'll be. You know, these boys will leave Tauranga Boys and probably head off to teams like Tauranga Sports. So keeping that footy alive and well in our Bay.
All games kick off 12 o'clock on Saturday afternoon. Bruce Hill first 15. This is a final.
The final.
Yep. It's between
Western Heights.
Yeah, I knew that.
The Rotorua Boys. Yep. Dylan Peterson will have that one up and running. So Dylan looks after all the sports there at Western Heights. So he'll be chomping at the bit to get up over Rotorua Boys. And I know the boys at Rotorua Boys will be really keen to take home their first championship of the year.
And shout out, congratulations, Ben Rickard. He's been appointed the final.
He's got that one?
He's been appointed the final.
He'll go good.
One of the guys that I sort of look after. So
nice.
I'm pretty proud of him getting that final. He's worked extremely hard this year.
And just on the continuing on the Bay High School stuff, Rotorua Boys have got Hastings Boys at Rotorua. They're at home for this one. And Tauranga Boys are travelling. They're off to Palmy this weekend to face the white wall of Palmerston North Boys. Tauranga will be too sharp for them, I'd say. They'll get up and bounce back after a loss.
Right, let's head around the region for upcoming games, starting with Western Bay. Rangiuru are hosting Papamoa. Sam Fellows is on the whistle for that one. Arataki's hosting Eastern Districts. Peter Morgan's on the whistle for that. And Rangatawa and Huria, 2:30 kickoff. When I had a look at lunchtime today, the referee's name hadn't been ticked, so TBC.
Wait and see.
Any tips?
No, because we're going to go into second Bay. Obviously, the director's like, come on, boys, hurry up. Thanks, Alex. Appreciate it.
Here we go.
Yeah, look, they're going to be some tough games to pick there. I'm sort of leaning towards Papamoa for that first game. Arataki will be too strong there for ED, although ED's already had that win and they'll be going good. And Rangatawa will be...
they're a pretty good
they're really chomping there.
At the moment.
Yep.
Okay, flicking it away, we head to Central Bay. Roto Iti's hosting Mara St Mike's. Eastern Pirates hosting Kaukura. Murupara, Nongataha, and Waikite and Reparoa. All games 2:45.
2:45 kickoffs for all of those games. Look, as I said earlier on, Roto Iti is found their straps. Happens to be against my Maris boys this week. But Maris going out to Roto Iti, they'll throw everything at them. You know,
are we going to put the trophy up, or
always?
All right, I'll back Roto Iti, Reese and the lads.
All right. Look, this one here, Eastern Pirates Kahukura, that'll be a great game. That'll be an absolutely brilliant game to go down and watch. So get there if you're in and around the Eastern Pirates area. Get along to that one. Murupara Nongata, I feel for Murupara coming off that big loss. So they'll throw everything at Nongata, but I do think Nongi are just firing too well. And of course, Waikite, I'd say they'll get up over the Farmers this weekend. Waikite.
I'm afraid I'm going to have to agree with you on that one.
They just hit the right straps at the time of the year. So.
Eastern Bay Senior Reserves. Pāroa's hosting Waimana, and Matata is hosting Poroporo. The Pāroa game 1 o'clock because they've got a senior game straight afterwards. Matata Poroporo standalone fixture, so 2 o'clock kickoff out there. Let's have a look at the Eastern Bay Premier Men's. Ruatoki Whakatane Marist, Finney Davis 2 o'clock. Tāne Atua is hosting Poroporo. Roirangi at 2 o'clock, and Pāroa hosting TVC 2:30 kickoff. Max Ratan is in the centre for that.
6th versus 7th there, that middle game. Tāne Atua versus Poroporo. Nothing to lose, everything to gain. They'll be doing it at those two teams. They'll have a great battle this weekend. Be interested to see that result.
Those other two games are, I think Ruatoki might just have.
Ruatoki at home, absolutely. They'll go really well. And TVC Pāroa will be a big too. But this is the stuff that we need to see more of this because it's just great footy, club level grassroots footy. It's just brilliant to watch. So I know John Job.
I was just thinking the same. Get some footage into us, cuz.
Send that footage over to us, please, mate. We really enjoy watching that stuff. It's great footy to watch.
Yeah. Right, let's head to Baywide Colts. Greerton's hosting the Marlins, 1 p.m. kickoff. Jamie Bell's in the middle for that. And Te Puke is hosting Tauranga, 1 p.m. at Murray Salt number 2. And Jake Ryan's in the middle of that one. Pretty clear cut, really, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. But there'll be high scoring games again. Good clubs, good teams. They'll go well.
Jamie and Jake, just make sure you've got plenty of Gatorade on hand.
Okay,
Baywide Championship Women's Final. TVC versus Te Puna. 1 p.m. kickoff. Congratulations, Dan Rolls. He's got the final. He's been refereeing really well.
Congratulations to all the women for making the finals. I think that's absolutely next level. Really impressed to see TVC come into their comp and do so well. I think the travel will be a big factor. Although, in saying that, Te Puna went to Opotiki and had a win.
Yeah.
So, they can do the travel.
What's another hour and 2 hours?
If you're going to drive that far, you might as well carry on going.
Yep.
But, what an awesome spectacle this one's going to be. If you're in and around that particular area or anywhere along the coast, get along and back the women here because this one will be good.
Yep, and I think it's the third time Te Puna have made the final too.
Yeah, that's the third time that they've been in the finals.
Yep. Baywide Premier Women. Nongataha hosting Poroporo. We are covering that game. 1 o'clock on Sunday. And the Marlins hosting Ruatoki. And Matt Astor's got that one too. So 2 cracking games.
Marlins will want to bounce back. Marlins will want
to bounce back.
Yep, they'll want to come back to have a crack at that top of the table. They'll need a good size win over Ruatoki. But can never ever write off Ruatoki.
No,
they're good.
No.
But the top game here, that'll be interesting. I gave the halfback for Nongata a job at school today. So pretty excited about it. I said to her, if you score a try on the weekend, you can have a job. So she's looking forward to that one. And when she came in for the interview, I didn't actually ask anything about teaching or anything
yeah.
like that. I just talked to her about the footy and the win against the Marlins.
And if she needs anybody to go and retrieve the balls for some box kick practice, just grab one of the classes.
This one here's going to be an interesting battle. Ngota will have everything around the edges. You know, they've got the speed, the power, they've got the skill to get the ball wide. Poro, they will go through the middle all day long. And even if they have a short bench like we've seen in the past, the Poro woman will just go and go and go. So look for a really interesting game, big solid defence and wide passing and getting that ball some width on it for Ngota. Of course, DDL Goodrick Contracting.
Of course.
Can't go without them. So DDL Goodrick Contracting, appreciate all your help there, guys, to get this one televised. We couldn't do it without you.
And then we head to the development first and then premiers. Whakarewarewa are hosting Te Puna, Greaton's hosting Tauranga Sports, and Portuguese hosting the Marlins. The development games kick off at 1 o'clock.
I'm really looking forward to that first one there. So, good friend of mine, Phil, he's got the whistle in the middle. And a good mate of mine who's running out for Whakarewarewa, Sam Cameron. He texted me the other day and I said, oh boy, I'm calling your game on the weekend. And he goes, hey, when do you start calling development games? So, I'm looking forward to Samo getting on the pitch and he's a next level. He's a really good guy.
Shall I put myself as Phil's coach then?
Yeah, do that, yeah. Keep an eye on Phil. No, Phil will go great. He's a good man. And he watches us too. So Phil, good to see you, mate. I get the text every Thursday night. Well done, mate. Good call. A good podcast.
He's just got it pre-programmed in. Yeah. So those are the 1 o'clock games. The Right Honourable Tom Rutherford.
Yeah, good on
the Greaton Tauranga game.
Yep.
And then, of course, the Premier games. Matt Astel's got Whakarewarewa Te Puna. Ryan Waite's got Greaton Mariners versus Tauranga Sports. And Gecko Brower's got Portuguese versus Marlins. All games kicking off 2:45.
Greaton Maris there, of course, playing in this jersey here. You'll be wondering why this jersey is sitting next to me. This is the Greaton Marist retro jersey, they're calling it, eh? So they'll be playing in this jersey this weekend, and that gets auctioned off after the game. Heritage jersey, that's right. Yep. But the coolest thing about this jersey, and you can't really see it at the moment, but it's got some really interesting information on the sleeves.
Grab a hold of it.
And you have a look down the barrel of the camera there. Just talks about all their affiliations there, all the significant moments over the years, and the connection to New Zealand Marist. And of course on that sleeve as well. Just awesome to see that sort of stuff.
Championship years 1971, 1973 when they were based at Moreland Fox Park.
Just such a cool idea. That one there, got number 26.
Number 26.
So all those jerseys will be auctioned off after the game.
Wait, what? Do I have to give that one back?
Yeah, you do have to give that. Well, we didn't get one, eh?
No.
Tim didn't bring one?
Yeah, Tim didn't bring one.
Yeah. Darn, it would be nice to have had one. Yeah, no, you better take that back, mate. Otherwise we're going to get in trouble.
I'll take this jersey back with me and I'll fold it up nicely and put it back in the bag.
Yeah, very, very cool idea and something that's lots of clubs are probably going to get onto in the next few years. But some great games.
It's also a great fundraising opportunity too, right? We saw the Marlins do that.
With the pink jerseys?
With the pink jerseys.
Yeah.
I think we forgot to talk about how much money they raised.
Well, that was about 12.5K, wasn't it?
Yeah, well done, Alana Templeton, for organising that. $12,500 raised for breast cancer awareness. So that's
the televised game, of course, Premier Rugby at 2:45, Whakarewarewa versus Te Puna, and of course DDL Goodrick, always backing us. That. Supporting us there. But get along to that one if you're in Rotorua. Get down to the stadium. Watch that game, especially if the weather clears up a little bit. It hasn't been flash over our way the last couple of days. The red and blacks versus the blue and blacks. It'll be a good call.
It'll be a good game to watch too.
Absolutely.
Okay, that brings us to the end of our matches coming up.
We got some spotlights though. So I talked about Ruatoki earlier on. We've got a bit of a package there from the team at Ruatoki, and I appreciate you flicking that to me, Jamie. That's really, really cool. But check this out. This is what we're talking about, proper grassroots footy and what it means to have that mana for your jersey and the mana for your club. So cool to see the young fellas in the middle of that circle too. Beloved to say, how do you get to footy? Oh, just jump on the horse.
Yeah.
We'll shoot down the road. But all levels, that's Ruatoki versus Nongata, but you saw the JAB there as well. What an absolutely brilliant whānau club. And I absolutely love everything about this. I asked Jamie if I could get a legend of the week from Ruatoki, and she said to me,
There's Poe Garvey holding the music.
You don't see that
goosebumps
around.
just
Yep, you
sitting
don't
there
see that
watching.
around all of New Zealand, do you?
No.
You know, our Bay does that so well. But yeah, I said to Jamie the other night, look, can you give me a player for the Legend of the Week? Someone from Ruatoki that we can talk about. And she said, oh, I can't, Gugs. I said, oh, why not? She said, it's a whānau thing. They all do it. It's not one person that they want to highlight and talk about. They do it as a whānau. They do it as a club, and everybody does it together. And that shows from that video. Young fellas in the middle, young fellas at the front of the haka, and everybody is a part of it. And that just, yeah, as you say, gives you goosebumps. Proud club.
Right. We got some spotlights coming up for you now.
Oh, we're going to do this one twice just because it's so funny.
All out of one game.
Bang!
Oh!
So the old Falcon there. Line dropout, standing 5 metres because the ball has to travel 5. Don't turn your back on it, son. Bang. We lost control really for a couple of minutes after that one during the call, didn't we?
Yeah.
I sort of don't remember any of this actual part of the game happening because I was, And this one here, you'll see player down there and Dan Rolls is just finding the mark for the penalty. Player rolls onto his back and Dan Rolls nearly kills him.
Nearly stood on his head.
So yeah, just takes a backward step. Sorry, mate.
Wait for it. 3, 2, 1.
But don't worry,
Oh-yeah.
Whakatane Maris got their own back.
Yes.
And this is what they did to referee Dan Rolls as payback. Penalty. He's nearly stood on my mate.
Oh. Wait.
Bang.
Oh,
Sorry, Dan.
Sorry, Dan. Sorry, Dan. It was funny though.
Yeah, well, you told me to laugh that much at your expense, but that was funny. he gave him lip for it too, eh? He turned around.
You should have pulled out a card there.
Yeah. So yeah, Spotlight, good fun. If you've got any Spotlight things that are happening in JAB, high school stuff, all of that really good high school stuff that we love so much, please send that in. Anything that we don't televise, flick it into us. We'd love to put it up on the big screen. If you've got any videos, things like what Ruatoki have put together, send it in. We want to highlight that stuff and get those goosebumps.
Yeah, get the goosebumps. I might have finally settled down. Well, that brings us to the end of another show by Jingos. We had a fantastic week last week. I cannot wait for this weekend's games coming up.
Yep.
It's a highlight of my week to get to the end of the week and then go, right, we've got some really
what calls
cool
have we
games
got going on?
footy going on.
Yeah, and of course we've got Ty Mitchell coming up in a week or so's time as well. So
And the Youth Development Cup.
Youth Development Cup not long
Yeah.
after that. So there's plenty of good footy that's happening around our bay. It's real awesome to see. So really good weekend ahead.
Anyway, before I sign off, just want to thank our special guest for tonight, Dangerous Dave Towie from Nongataha Hurricanes, #1 supporter. Got told off for mispronouncing the Hurricanes. So, thanks for coming on the show, Dangerous Dave. It was a really cool story on how we got the Dangerous. Sean Maloney, he's huge in Australia.
Yeah.
He's a pretty good commentator too.
What a good bugger though.
Oh,
hey, what energy. He's just awesome, man.
Yeah.
We'll have him on any day.
Also, thanks to our sponsors, DDL Goodrick. This show doesn't happen without your support. And we're looking forward to getting you back next week, Tim.
Yep.
Come back and join us on the couch. Final words?
Look, to everyone that's taking part in footy this weekend, whatever your job, whatever you're going to do, playing, managing, coaching, anything, all the best. Go hard. Give it everything for your club. Enjoy the aftermatch afterwards and send us your highlights.
And we will see you on Saturday at the first of our broadcasts. We're at Whakarewere at the Roto International Stadium, and then Nongataha on Sunday. Until then, take care, and we'll see you next week. Kia tau, kia tātou katoa, te atawhai o tō tātou ariki, a ihu karaiti, me te aroha o te atua, me te whiwhinga tahitanga ki te wairua tapu, ake, amene. Pomari e.
Thank you, Pat. Yeah, thanks.
Do you
boys.
remember the time you came to a referee's do wearing a bloody Hurricanes
Oh,
jersey?
that's right. Of course I did.
And I said, it's a bloody black tie affair, and he comes in a Hurricanes jersey.
And stole the show.
So I made him sit down the back.
Stole the show, stole.